Okay, so in the video I kept saying that this was the head amplifier. I was wrong. It says that it's it says CTL amp. So, okay, this is an amplifier, but it's not the head amp. For some reason I was thinking that this was the head amplifier. It's not the head amplifier. This is the head amplifier. This is where the head amplifier is. Now, I'm thinking that this particular area does have something to do with the video signal, because as you see in this video, and I'm trying not to spoil the video, but what I will do in this video is going to fix the problems with the picture quality. And I just now noticed this, that I'm gonna have to put this in the beginning of my video so that you guys know. But this is the head amp right here. This is not the head amp. It is an amplifier, but I'm not sure. It's definitely had something to do with the video. And when we recapped this particular area, we were able to be successful. But I'm not going to spoil it. I'll let you watch the whole thing, and I don't want to give too many details. But yes, it is something that I was able to repair. But I just wanted to be clear on that this is the head amp right here, not over here. So just clarify that before the video comes into play. So with that said, I want you to enjoy the video, and I'm going to clean the heads before I put this thing all back together. So anyway, enjoy the video, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Go ahead, hit a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. You know, give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment. I try to read my comments every other day, sometimes every day. And yes, I do have people asking me if I can fix other beta machines. Yes. I've been getting quite a few requests online on YouTube from viewers that want me to work on their equipment, and yes, I will. So that'll answer your questions. Anyway, let's get on to the video. Hi guys, this is the Betamax man, and we're gonna work on ED Beta and see if we can't get it working. And one issue that I was having was when I would record, the picture quality was poor, but I was able to play back tapes fine. But now when I play back tapes, well, let me show you. I have noise bars in the picture, so I'm not sure if we can, I don't know what we could do with it, but we're going to try to fix it today. And that's what we get. So, you know, it'll kind of play a little bit better, but you can see the streaking and so the image is actually quite poor. And we're gonna see if we can take a look at that. There was one thing that I was doing, and I was testing some of the capacitors in the head amplifier. They were all good except for 3 of them. So I'm going to replace those bad capacitors in the head amplifier. And let me show you exactly where the head amp is. So, alright. So the head amp is right over in this area. Let's see, where's the head amp at? It was, yeah, it was somewhere in this area. Hold on. If I lift the board up here, I can go show you. Where did that one at? Right in here. So here's the, this is the area for the amplifier. Right on this board, right over in this section of the board. And like I said, I tested some of the caps, and they were all good except for about 3 of them that were testing bad. Yeah, because I think it was let's see, what one was that? I think that was C1198. I think was the one of them that was bad. Yeah, it was down here, which is a C918 is the one we're looking for. It's R198, sorry, it's an R198. Let's go ahead and test it out there. Yeah, the meter is basically reading bad on that. Okay, there's also a C195 that was bad too, so yeah. Right, so let's see, check this one is good. There's nothing wrong with this one. Let's see, what about this one? Yeah, this one was. Yeah, so, some of them were testing bad here. And we've got one here that's okay. That one seems to be okay. Just checking to see what other ones might have failed here. Let's check. So it seems to be like some of the smaller capacitors, they seem to be the ones that have trouble. C914, let's check that one out. See. Here we go. C1. Yeah, that one's doing good. That one's not. There's no issue with that one. That one's not good. This one's bad. What is that one? Oh yeah, that's the one we just looked at. So it looks like C918 is bad. Also, C914 is also testing bad, and I think the C920 bad as well. So those are the three caps that right now are reading bad. Every other one is fine. So I think that, yeah, the issue is probably here in the amplifier, head amp here. So I'm just going to get my soldering iron nice and hot, and we'll start replacing some of those capacitors here. I'll just put this out of the way for right now. And let's get my iron out here, and we'll get that going, because let's see, try not to knock everything over, but of course that always seems to happen. But oh, not that one, I don't want that one. Okay. Yeah, that's what happens when I got a mess of stuff. Alright, let's go with this one, because this one's got a good... Sometimes I prefer this iron over the new one. Only because the tip is on this one is a little bit finer. All I'd have to do is change the tip on the other one, but I just prefer this one. I like this one better than my new one. But I mean, I'll still use my new one. It's just that for right now I prefer this one. So, and we're gonna once it gets hot, we'll adjust the temperature down to about 250 degrees, and then we'll get some of those capacitors. So this is my new one, and it looks basically the same, except it's made by a different company, and it has a on and off switch, which I do like, and that's nice. I'm just gonna use the other one for now, because I don't know, I just like the other one better. While my iron is heating up, I'm just gonna recheck them, because I just want to make sure I want to make sure I'm pulling the right ones. Okay. I got paper and pen there, because I'm going to write down the ones that are testing good, or the ones that are bad, I mean. Let's test them out here. So it was the... Okay. Alright. I think it was the... Yeah, the C198. That one wasn't... C198 was testing bad. Okay. R918. is like right next to it, which is the C911. So C, not, yes, C912 is testing bad. Okay. C912. So basically the ones that I'm writing down are the ones that are bad here, so let's do this. C913 is bad. I think the other ones are okay. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. So it looks like it's just those four. Okay, so I replaced 4 capacitors that were bad in the head amplifier. So let's just see if we've made any progress. And throw these away here. There we go. Let's just see what happens here. Well, it's a little bit better, but still having some issues. But yeah, what I'm wondering is if you know, I'm gonna double check these caps. You know, maybe there are a couple more that are still failed, but basically the caps that failed that I replaced were 50-volt caps. Most of them were 50 at 1 microfarad. There was the one at 50 at 0.33 and a 50 at 0.47 microfarad. So, I mean, its picture is a little bit better, but it's still not right. But what I want to do is, I think I'll just make like a little test recording and see what the quality's like when I record, and see if we have any change. I don't know, we may not have any change, but another thing that I'm suspecting is that maybe we've lost a voltage in the power supply. Because if we've lost a voltage in the power supply, that can cause issues as well. So that's gonna be another thing that I'm gonna take a look at here and see if we can't get this thing to work. Now, the picture quality has improved a little bit. It's still having some lines through the picture, so I'll show it to you again. But as you can see, that it's kind of still kind of not where it needs to be. Alright, well, yeah, it's better. It's better, but you know, let me try another tape that's not worn out, because I think this tape might just be worn out, and that might be why I've got those lines. So let's try a different tape before we tear into the video circuitry. So here's one that's recorded in the Beta 1 high band. Yeah, the picture's bad on Beta 1. Yeah, we're still... Yeah, we still have some issues. Yeah, this is gotta have the... It's gotta have the grease done on it. If you're wondering why it does that when you put it in, this particular machine, if it detects that the leader is too far back, the machine will automatically forward it just a little bit before play engages, because if the leader is too much of the leader showing, and so that's why the machine does that. Yeah, that one's still got an issue, so I don't know, this is kind of weird. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah. Yeah, it's a little better, but it shouldn't be bad in Beta 1. Beta 1, it's pretty bad in Beta 1, so... Like I said, there was only like 4 caps that I tested that were testing bad, so... And I don't want to... yeah. So I'm gonna do some more investigating into the head amplifier. Don't understand why it's doing that, but basically, I think that we still got some bad caps in the head amplifier, and I do wonder what it would do if it was hooked up to the RF, because it may be fine in the RF, but the component, the RCA connectors are having some trouble. So we're gonna investigate in the do some investigation and see if I can't trace this problem. But after replacing the caps, and I just put the board back in, I put the screws back in, and I guess I shouldn't have, because now I gotta take the screws back off, because we still gotta do this, and I'm gonna search and see if there's any more bad ones in the head amplifier. But and then I'm gonna check the power supply too. I think I'm gonna have to pull the power supply completely out. But before I attempt to work on power supply, I gotta make sure that the power supply is discharged. Because if that power supply is still charged, even after you unplug it, and that power supply is still holding a charge, so if you, like, say, accidentally, you could accidentally short it out by, you know, like metal screwdrivers. If you have a metal screwdriver and you accidentally short two leads together, and the power supply is still charged, you will do some damage. So I'm going to let this thing be unplugged for probably about 2-3 hours, and then I can work on it. But for right now, I'm just going to test for more capacitors in the head amplifier. So, and this part of the amplifier, this is just for the audio, and we're not having any issues with the audio, so I'm not even going to go into there. I'm just going to check this area here. So this is the whole area right in here is where the head amp is, and then there's some capacitors up there here, and then basically that line is where the head amp of the board stops. So it's just on this one back part of the board is strictly head amplifier. So and my recordings could be fine. It could be you know, if I hook it up to the RF, it very well could be working great, but I still want to get the thing working like it should. So the picture is actually starting to improve. There were some caps that were still testing. They still worked, but it was more towards the bad side of the meter when I tested them. Some of them tested that they were okay, but they were kind of still in the red. And on my meter, when it goes into the red, that's basically telling me that it may not be fully working. I mean, the cap may not be working 100%. It may just be working a little bit. So I've replaced some more caps. So here's the two caps that were the black caps are the 50-volt caps, and those were tested bad. These blue ones tested good, but I just went ahead and replaced them because I already have it out, so I might as well change it. So I changed them anyway, and I'm thinking that maybe I'll just go ahead and recap the whole head amp. But we'll show you what's going on here. We'll show. And let's get rid of that noise. There. Go into the line input and it won't make that much noise, but so it's definitely better than it was. As you can see, the tracking's off just a little bit, but there's no more lines in the center of the picture, as you can see. So it is still having a little bit of a tracking issue, but I can adjust the tracking on that, and that'll clear that up. But what I'm looking for is lines, and those are just dropouts that you see every once in a while. You're seeing dropouts on the tape, but the actual lining and stuff, it seems to be gone. So we seem to have maybe at least we're heading in the right direction, and it might be, you know, a situation where maybe I should just go ahead and just recap the whole amp, because even though some of them are registering good, they may not be working 100%. I've found that with capacitors is, yeah, sometimes they can be working, but they're not working 100%, which can cause issues, you know. So but at least we don't have like constant lines and stuff going through the picture, so that's good. Yeah, we're definitely heading in the right direction, so I think what I'll do is just go ahead and just start replacing the rest of them, and see what happens, and see what it does. You know, and the tracking, like I said, the tracking issue needs to be resolved. Now, just by turning the tracking knob, I can get the video to play properly. But that tracking knob should be in the center. It should be tracking perfect because it's in the center. So I may have to do tape path alignment on this machine. I'm not really sure yet at this point in time, but I'm thinking that head alignment is probably going to be crucial, and in fact that head alignment could also be causing some other issues too. So yeah, so I think I've only got maybe 6 caps to go, and the whole thing will be recapped. So let me show you the capacitors that were changed. Of course, I gotta unplug this thing before I work on it again, but So you can see my halfway decent solder job. You can see where all the little bubbles are the ones that I soldered in. But this is basically all the top ones have been replaced. The only one that I haven't replaced is I haven't replaced that one or that one. I think maybe these two as well, I think, are the ones that I haven't. No, I think I've replaced that one. I think it's this one that I haven't replaced yet. So basically, I don't have very many caps left. So, and I think, yeah, I think I've already replaced that one too. So, I think there's only like, I guess there ain't 6 of them. There's probably only like 2 of them that are left that need to be changed. So we'll change them and we'll see what happens, because by changing those in the head amplifier, that'll definitely fix the issue with the playback. Now, as far as recording, that's another story, because we could still have an issue in the video circuitry. And basically, by working on the head amplifier, basically what we're doing is we're getting rid of the playback issues. We're getting this machine to where it's going to play back tapes. But I'm going to have to work on the video circuitry, because it may still not record right. It may still have a recording issue. That I don't know for sure. But yeah, I think I think, yeah, this one is, so it looks like 2 of them that need to be changed, because I'm pretty sure I recapped everything. Oh, there's one here that hasn't been recapped yet. So what am I seeing here? I got 1, 2, 3. That, okay, looks like we got 3. Yeah, I think that's it. Just 3 remaining. And yeah, that should solve our issues with playback anyway, and maybe it'll help our recording issues too, but I doubt it. I know that the record issues are going to be in the video circuitry. And with this being a ED beta, ED beta has a lot more circuitry than a regular standard beta. Even more circuitry than the SLHF 1000, because it has to, because of what it does, you know, getting, you know, broadcast quality on conventional videotape. Well, that's amazing to have 500 lines of resolution. I mean, but really your TV tops out at about 480, so you're not really going to get any more than 480 lines, because that's basically what you have with the standard def television. But to be able to have this thing recording as well as playback, and then we still have an issue with needing to re-grease the gears on the cassette basket, or cassette housing. Yeah, basically, man, I've just been working on this thing all day. For the past 2-3 hours, I've been working on this thing, trying to get rid of the issues with the playback. And I know that the record functions are still probably still there. You know, it's probably still got the same issues with the record, but what I was working on today, I'm just basically trying to, and it's it's been an hour since I last filmed this machine, but let's go ahead and put a tape in and we'll see if there is any change. I changed out quite a few more capacitors. There was probably what, one, two, three, four, five, about six, 5, 6 more caps have been changed. Let's just see what happens when we put our cassette in. Oh, wow. Wow, that's quite a bit better. That's a lot better than it was. A lot better than it was. Which is really, really good. I'm really, really pleased and happy with the results here. So, that's awesome. So, I think that at least for right now, I'm kind of getting tired of working on this, and I think I just need to take a little bit of a break from it. But we're definitely got a lot better picture than we did. We're actually tracking properly too, and of course this has been, the tracking is in the middle where it should be. And as you can see, but we still are getting some dropouts, but I think that the dropouts are caused by the tape, because this is an old tape. This tape I purchased, it's an older tape, so but we're no longer getting those tons of lines and stuff going through the picture. The quality of the picture is a lot better too, so it's looking up to be, beta standards. So we're definitely in the right direction, and basically recapped the whole head amplifier. Basically I'm just trying to see if what I'm doing is it doing any good? Am I improving it in any way? Yes, I've definitely improved the picture quality overall, and it's no longer shaking up and down. It's pretty stable. It's not jittering back and forth. We're getting some dropouts, but that's caused by the tape. I don't think that's the machine. I think that it's definitely the tape. And these tapes are old. These pre-recorded movies are 30 plus years old. So, I mean, this movie was probably back in 89, I would think. And so to have a tape that's as old as I am, actually I'm a little bit older than this tape. But anyway, basically something as old as I am, or not quite as old as I am, to be able to play back this quality is quite good. So I'm quite happy with the results for right now. I am going to do a recording, probably tomorrow. We'll do a test on the recording, and we'll see if this thing will start recording like it should. You never know. You just never know, because sometimes, you just need to keep working on something, and if it's improving, then you know that you're in the right direction. If it's not improving, then you know, okay, well, the problem probably somewhere else, you know, but, and, and sometimes problems with VCRs are not necessarily always an electrical issue. Sometimes it is a mechanical issue, but in this case it was electrical issue. So we had an issue with the electronics, and just capacitors go bad, special shit Elna capacitors. So those Elna caps, almost every time I've tested an Elna cap, they've been bad. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the first video on this thing, and we'll keep, we'll keep them coming. We'll keep, doing good. So we'll keep working on this thing until we get it working to 100%, because I want to see the quality difference between standard beta and ED beta, because there should be quite a difference. It should be Laserdisc quality. So recording on those ED beta tapes, I should get Laserdisc quality on videotape. So before I end the video, you guys remember this tape when I put this? This is a recording in the Beta 1 high band, and this machine should be able to play it back. And I don't know if you guys remember, but do you remember the really poor picture quality that we had? Let's put this in. Let's see what this does, because that's going to be the true test of whether or not the playback issue has been fixed. And I would say that is affirmative. The picture quality has been repaired. So we have successfully repaired the playback, and I will do a recording in a little while to see if this thing. See, this thing has like digitalization, because this is a, well, it says on it digital picture. So this does have some digital processing, and that's why when you forward it or rewind it, it looks like a digital image. It's because in a sense it has a lot of digital processing that's done, and so which is weird, but so the great thing is that we now have playback. It's working now. We don't, we're in good condition. The recording part of it, I don't know yet. We're gonna test the record part, but I wanted to just kind of end the video with this, and just kind of let people know that okay, we fixed one problem, we may have another one, but you'll have to stay tuned for part 3, because in part 3 I'm going to do a testing of the recording, and if it is not recording properly, then we're going to fix that issue as well. Would be nice as if the issue was repaired. It would be nice if the playback was also the same problem with the record, but it's probably not. It's probably going to be on the video board. It's going to be somewhere on the video board. Probably somewhere in the video processing. But it could be that the recording is fine. It's just that it was playing back lousy because the head amplifier wasn't working. But also, you know, the input might not have been working either. You know, so it's just, but the head amplifier, that was definitely the reason why the playback quality was so poor. In fact, I'm very surprised that it had playback with the RCA out, you know, to begin with, that it actually had some kind of an image, because usually when the head amplifier has issues, a lot of times it won't show anything. But I'm pretty happy. Let me show you. So let's just cut my finger too on this metal. It's very sharp. Yeah, these are the caps. These are some more that we replaced. Let's see, what do we got? We got six caps. There are 5 in the head amplifier, and one of them was actually in a different area. Anyway, guys, let's chuck those in the garbage, and we will see you in the next video, and thank you for watching. I do appreciate you watching my stuff, and hope you enjoy it, and see you later. Bye-bye.